What's happening, guys? This is Speedy Spectrum, and welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon Stadium 2. In the last episode, we emerged victorious in the first 4 battles of the Pokeball tournament in the Poké Cup of Round 2. And in this episode, we're going to finish off the Pokeball tournament for the second time and for the last time. That is, unless you count the Pokeball tournaments in the Challenge Cup. But that doesn't matter now. Let's just kick some butt. Battle number 5. I'll make your Pokemon infatuated. Gee, I wonder what sort of strategy that you use, Beauty Alissa. Sarcasm aside, once again, Machamp should have no problems sweeping this battle. But just in case Machamp goes down, I'm going to bring in Kingdra and Jolteon.
The cries of Pokémon echo all over Pokémon Stadium. Will these cries turn into roars of victory? Round 5 begins now.
And round 5 will begin with Pidgeotto, level 50, normal flying type, holding a gold berry. Attract, Toxic, Wing Attack, and Quick Attack. Even though I am at a type disadvantage against Pidgeotto, I still think Machamp's Rock Slide will be strong enough to get rid of it. Unfortunately, I got infatuated, and that's not going to work very well with me. Case in point, the attack failed. Well, I have no choice. Let's switch out to Jolteon. The unfortunate downside is the majority of Pokemon on my team are males, and all of hers are female. So that's going to complicate things a little bit. Alright, Toxic is a little bit better, but not much.
The poison will steadily weaken the victim.
But you forget I have a Miracle Berry.
What impact will this Pokémon
Alright, let's hit it with a Thunderbolt and see how well we do. Oh, she's gonna switch out. Alright, interesting. She's going to switch out to Marowak. A smart move on her part. Marowak is at level 54, ground type, holding a soft sand with the moves Attract, Rage, Bone Rush, and Skull Bash. Jolteon has no chance against this Marowak, so I've got to get Kingdra out quickly.
The Pokémon is returning to its Pokéball.
That soft sand Marowak is holding will power up its ground type moves, and Marowak has plenty of physical attack as is. Oh, and it's gonna go for Skull Bash. Interesting. The good news is that Marowak is also quite slow, so I should have no problems outspeeding it with Kingdra.
There's the attack.
Surf away, Kingdra. Surf to your heart's content. Oh! Didn't quite knock it out, and this is really gonna hurt.
What would do?
Oh! Maybe not as much. Thankfully, I have leftovers. Not a problem in the slightest. Let's use another Surf and get rid of this Marowak once and for all.
Ride that surf.
All 3 of my Pokemon have moves to take down her team, so I'm not too heavily worried for the moment. I know she has Pidgeotto, and if she sends it out, Kingdra can hit it with Ice Beam. And indeed, she does send it out. This Pidgeotto doesn't really worry me at all. I'm gonna go ahead and hit it with an Ice Beam, although it might be faster. No, it isn't! Okay. Typically, flying Pokemon are really quick. Oh, nice! I froze it! That is only a 10% chance that happens! It's good to see that the round 2 luck hacks is on my side for once. You know what? I feel so good about this that I'm going to hit Pidgeotto with a return.
Will this ice ever
No.
melt?
No, it won't. Wow. That didn't do anything. I guess Kingdra doesn't really like me very much. Well, let's hit it with Dragon Breath instead.
It can't do a thing but await defeat.
And defeat it shall have. I guess Kingdra fainted a lot while I was training it, which might be the reason it doesn't like me very much. And that's a shame, because I like Kingdra quite a bit. It served me well in this battle. Alright, last Pokemon is Sudowoodo, level 51, Rock type. It's holding a Miracle Berry with the moves Attract, Ice Punch, Fire Punch, and Thunder Punch. All three of the elemental punches give pretty good type coverage. The bad news for Sudowoodo is that it's also very slow, and, well, it doesn't have the special attack to use the elemental punches effectively. Yeah, the best it can really do against me is hit me with Ice Punch or Thunder Punch, but since I'm part Dragon, I resist it. Well, that's not 100% true. Kingdra's Water type is able to resist Ice Punch, and Kingdra's Dragon type is able to resist Thunder Punch. One of the many reasons why Water and Dragon is such a fantastic type combination. It wasn't until Fairy types were introduced in Gen 6 that it started losing effectiveness. But that's it for Beauty Alissa, not a tough fight. Well, I guess the way you do things is all right. Darn right it is! That battle was almost flawless. Now let's see if we can keep that momentum going. Battle number 6! I'm busy. Can we get started, like, in a hurry? Quarterfinal matches against Burglar Jensen. And, judging by the looks of his team, this appears to be another sweep, this time by Kingdra. And it served me very well in the last battle. I'll also bring Marowak to deal with any fire Pokemon, as well as Machamp to take care of that Dunsparce.
Round 6 is about to get underway. Many trainers have fallen by the wayside, leaving just 8 to reach the quarterfinal.
Time for a quarterfinal rumble, and he's leading off with Gligar, level 50, ground flying type. It's not holding an item, and it's armed with the moves Thief, Iron Tail, Feint Attack, and Quick Attack. It's not holding an item because it's going to use Thief to steal your held item. One other thing you should know about Thief is that it's a Dark type move, so make sure you don't accidentally send in a Psychic type against Gligar. That being said, it's quad weak to Ice. So if you have Ice Beam or Blizzard, well, as you can see, the results speak for themselves. Gligar had no chance. That is pitiful for you. Not for me, though. It's quite nice. Second Pokemon is going to be Dunsparce. Normal type, level 50. No held item. Glare, Thief, Headbutt, and Iron Tail. Again, it has Thief to steal your held item. I'm going to send in Machamp because none of his Pokemon can confuse me. Had they a confusion move, I would have been a little bit more hesitant because I would be counting on that Bitter Berry to heal me. All the better if it had Swagger. Yep, and there's the Thief. I like to think that was critical, but that didn't look very critical to me. This, however, will be quite critical. And by critical, I mean deadly. I could also talk about an attack that completely misses!
An intimidating glare.
And he's paralyzed me. Just perfect. Absolutely perfect. Now I have to fight through paralysis. which, as we all know, is a Pokemon Stadium player's worst nightmare. Not necessarily due to the fact that you can get fully paralyzed, but because your speed gets dramatically lowered. Thankfully, Dunsparce's attacks aren't the greatest, and I'm quite grateful for that because Dunsparce has an incredible move pool, and it only got better in Gen 3 when abilities were introduced because it got Serene Grace, which is arguably one of the best abilities in the entire game. It makes it so that any secondary effect of an attack has an increased likelihood of happening. Dunsparce has a lot of things going for it. It's a shame that it's not better. That's no better. Alright, now we've got to deal with the Steelix, level 55, which is his highest level Pokemon, I believe, aside from Ninetales. Steel ground type, holding a focus band, Crunch, Mud Slap, Iron Tail, and Rock Throw. This thing can be pretty formidable. It's got a lot of defense, and it's got some powerful attacks. Yeah, that was not how I had hoped things would turn out. This is what I mean when I say paralysis can severely cripple you, because you'll almost always be moving second, with some exceptions. Thankfully, Kingdra can clean up where Machamp left off. Let's hit it with the Surf. Iron Tail will be ineffective against Kingdra due to its water type. Not too worried about Crunch or Mud Slap either. And Steelix doesn't have the greatest physical attack, so I'm pretty confident.
The hit glanced right off. Accuracy is down.
The best I can really do is to just hit it with Surf over and over again, and hopefully I won't miss because of Mud Slap. One of the many attacks that were introduced in the card game before the mainstream games, along with Destiny Bond. Interesting little factoid there. And you can even say that Rain Dance was introduced in the card game because it was the Pokemon power of the base Blastoise. So you have a lot to thank for the card game. I like that comment he made. That sums up his reaction to losing perfectly. Doing pretty well so far, but let's proceed to the semifinals. Here comes battle number 7. Let me tell you, our hearts burn hot. He says our hearts burn, and yet he's a boarder. Boarder Claude has a team full of normal types. So once again, Machamp should dominate here. And I will also bring Kingdra as well. Once again, Machamp and Kingdra have proven to be quite useful. This time, I'm going to send in Hound Doom because I need something to deal with that Sneasel and Mr. Mime.
Let the semifinals begin. Despite their numerous battles, the remaining Pokemon still look ready for more.
Okay, Machamp, one more time. And he's going to lead off with Sneasel. On second thought, I might want to keep out Machamp for this one. Sneasel is at level 50. It's an Ice and Dark type, meaning that it's quad weak to fighting. Holding leftovers with the moves Reflect, Icy Wind, Feint Attack, and Shadow Ball. Claude still likes to use Icy Wind, but he throws a couple of other attacks in the mix this time. Case in point, Reflect. Unfortunately, Sneasel's very fast, so there's a good chance it's going to get Reflect set up before you do anything, and I don't think it's going to KO. Oh, maybe it will! Even despite the strength of my Cross Chop getting cut in half, it was still enough to KO Sneasel in one shot. I'm very happy about that, but I'm not happy about this matchup. Mr. Mime is at level 53. It's a Psychic type, holding a Berry Juice. Encore, Reflect, Psybeam, and Ice Punch. So I'll have to switch. Because I don't want Machamp taking a Psybeam. That would not be a good thing. And once again, it's got Reflect as well. You'll want to be careful of what moves you use against Mr. Mime. But, that's because it's got Encore, and that will make it so that you use the same attack over and over again, so you don't accidentally want to use something ineffective like a fighting attack, because that would be trouble. Let's go ahead and hit it with the flamethrower, and I just realized I should have used Crunch instead. Way to go, Adam! Way to go! Okay, that flamethrower still did a large amount of damage. Gonna counter with Ice Punch. Thankfully, I resist that. Now, let's use Crunch. We're going to use the proper move this time, and not be so hasty in our button pressing. See? That's what a little patience can get you. Total wipeout, dude. Yeah. Although I keep forgetting he's a boarder, not a surfer. Alright, Kangaskhan is up last, level 52. Normal type, holding a Gold Berry with the moves Body Slam, Mega Kick, Mega Punch, and Thunder Punch. This thing's pretty darn tough. It's packing some serious attack power. I'm gonna keep out Hound Doom for now, because I am scared of Body Slam. I'm going to set up Sunny Day, because I want to see how much damage a Solar Beam can do. Ah, here comes the Body Slam. Oh, I called it! I called it! Paralysis. Paralysis is my best friend, and I use that term loosely. Let's hit it with the flamethrower. Nope, he's gonna go for the Body Slam again. Oh, wow! Hound Doom survived! Nice! Ah! Well, it was nice knowing you, Hound Doom. It was nice knowing you. Alright, here we go. Down goes Hound Doom. Down for the count. I was hoping that it would have survived a little bit longer, but alas, the Pokemon gods were displeased. So now it's all going to be up to Machamp. Unfortunately, I think Kangaskhan is faster. As powerful as Machamp is, it's not the speediest Pokemon in the world. At least Sunny Day won't provide any benefits to Kangaskhan. Then again, it's not going to provide benefits to me either. And indeed it is faster. Please don't paralyze me. Thank you for not paralyzing me. Alright, hit it with the cross chop. Come on, come on. Do some damage. Yes! That's what I'm talking about. Oh, it survived. Wow, that's rather impressive. Instead of risking a potentially inaccurate cross chop, let's hit it with an Earthquake instead. Of course, I'm going to have to risk another Body Slam. But the good news is it didn't paralyze me, which is very, very nice.
Hang on, Earthquake.
And that is it for Kangaskhan. With the most over-the-top fainting animation I have ever seen. I think I've mentioned that before, but I just thought I'd mention it again. Well, that battle certainly was tougher than the others, because he managed to knock out Hound Doom. Huh? You're alright. You know, buddy, you're alright too. You managed to knock out one of my Pokemon, and that's an accomplishment. But I can set aside the praises for now, because we have to march onward to the final battle. This one should be rather interesting, I think. I perceived a jolt. You possess inordinate power. Hello there, Psychic Mason. And despite your title, you only use one Psychic Pokemon. Nevertheless, I'm still going to lead off with Hound Doom for this fight. I will also bring Alakazam, And for my final Pokemon, let's bring Machamp to deal with the normal types.
This is it, the final battle. Which trainer will claim the champion's throne?
The reason why I decided to lead off with Hound Doom is simple, and we'll see if he sends it out. No, he didn't. Instead, he sent out Stantler. Stantler is at level 51, normal type, holding a bitter berry, with the moves Stomp, Psychic, Hypnosis, and Confuse Ray. Right off the bat, I want to set off Sunny Day. This Stantler can be pretty tough to deal with because it's got Hypnosis and Confuse Ray, which is not a friendly combination. But back to what I was saying earlier. The reason why I decided to lead off with Hound Doom was in case he decided to use Quagsire. You might be asking yourself, why on earth would I send a fire type against a water type? It's because of the Sunny Beam combo. That's really the best option I have to deal with the Quagsire, provided he has it, of course. And just as I thought he was going to use Stomp because Psychic would have been ineffective against Hound Doom, I'm going to chance a Cross Chop. Of course, I'll have to risk being afflicted with the status ailment. Then again, he could switch out. Is he going to switch out to Slowbro? Yes, he will. Slowbro is at level 52. It is holding a pink bow, which means that its normal attacks are going to get stronger. Surf, Psychic, Tri-Attack, and Thunder Wave. This thing is a beast. Do not underestimate it. It's tanky, it's hard to take down, and it's got some pretty strong attacks. Thankfully, Sunny Day is still in effect, so I should be able to tank a Surf. But no, he goes for the Psychic. Good. That's the way I like it.
No damage at all.
The Sunlight is still strong, so let's see how much Solar Beam will do. Very unlikely that it will KO it at that much HP, but one can hope. I guess I should have hoped a little bit more. Oh, here comes the Surf. Here comes the Surf. Okay, that's good. I can deal with that. Alright, Sunlight is faded now. Let's hit it with the Crunch. And hope that I can get rid of the Slowbro, because that's easily one of his most annoying Pokemon. And that's what I like to see. And Slowbro looks behind its shell and then faints. It's Slowbro, what can you say? Alright, back to Stantler. What shall I do? Knowing my luck, Stantler's probably going to confuse me again. So I'm going to hit it with the Flamethrower and get a little bit of damage off of it. It's not going to one-shot it, but I still should get some damage. Oh wow, that actually did quite a bit. Oh, it's going to use Stomp instead. Okay. I don't know why. I would have gone for the Confusion or at the very least Hypnosis. Stantler honestly can't do much to Hound Doom other than use Hypnosis and Confuse Ray. I think I'm gonna hit it with another Flamethrower. And it's a 2-hit KO from Flamethrower. Well done, Hound Doom. Proving to be the MVP of this fight. And that Pokemon will be Quagsire. Oh dear. He saved Quagsire for last. Quagsire is at level 51. It's a water and ground type, holding a focus band with the moves Dig, Surf, Iron Tail, and Sludge Bomb. It's bulky. It's very, very bulky. It's quad weak to grass, though. However, even with Sunny Day out, I don't think I'll be able to survive another Surf. Oh, he goes for Dig instead. That's interesting. So I'll be able to switch out. But the question is, who am I going to switch out to? I think I'm going to go for Machamp.
They're ready to go.
Just in case Quagsire decides to use Dig once more, I want to hit it with Earthquake.
The Pokemon emerges from its Poké.
Alright, so Quagsire's gonna go for the Dig, as I expected.
Right off.
I'm gonna have to be a little bit strategic about this. We're gonna hope for an Earthquake. But, actually, no, I'm gonna switch my strategy and use Light Screen.
They prepare for battle.
Because maybe Quagsire is gonna go for a Surf, and if that's the case, the more that Surf is weakened, the easier it will be. But it didn't go for Surf, it went for Sludge Bomb instead. So it looks like Sludge Bomb is going to be Quagsire's attack of choice when it comes to Machamp. Ooh, a critical hit! That's what I like to see.
What'll it do?
Oh, wow. Wow. For every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction, I guess. Yeah. Didn't see that coming. I don't think I've ever seen that. One trainer gets a critical hit, and then the other one does. That's a first for me. Sunlight is still out. And I know I'm faster, so let's give it a Solar Beam to the face! Ha 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 ha! And it is ultimately Hound Doom that ends this fight. Well, that battle proved to be very tactical, I have to say. And that was only the Pokeball tournament. But we can worry about the later tournaments later because we won the championship. Again. Didn't even need to use Alakazam. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Stoic as always, I see. Alright, that's it. We've won. Machamp, amazing. Jolteon, amazing in the first half, though. Hound Doom was amazing throughout. And Kingdra did very well in the 5th and 6th battles. Marowak was okay, and so was Alakazam. But I think Machamp and Hound Doom are the real all-stars of this tournament. That is it! We have cleared the Pokeball tournament. And next time on Let's Play Pokemon Stadium 2, we are going to commence with the Great Ball tournament. See you guys next time.